Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. This is gonna be a really fun video, but it's gonna be a very long video, so grab you a drink, grab you a blanket, feel free to come and go from it. But I have been seeing everyone doing some sort of mid-year video, and I decided to do my own take on it, and which I'm calling Moo Year Check-In. I like making cow jokes, that's the only difference. But it's not just about books. I feel like I never really introduced myself when I came to BookTube. I kind of feel like I just started making videos. So I wanted to do this kind of video telling you about what I've been doing this year to maybe get to know me and some of the other things I do other than just reading. Because I also play games and such. So this video is going to be broken down into categories. I'm obviously going to do a reading one. And then the reading one, I'll talk about the amount of books I've read, what my favorite books have been so far. I'll give a check-in on how many of the series I've finished. I'll give a 2025 check-in. Anything to do about reading will happen in that video. I'm then going to do a gaming category where I talk to you about my favorite games of the year, and I'm going to give you a little glimpse of 2 games and my playthrough on them. And then there's going to be the general life one where I give you my intentions for the rest of the year, my progress with my vision board of 2025, and then just things that I've been doing that I think have made a difference in my life for 2025. So it's gonna be a long one. But I really wanted to do this because, like I said, I feel like I just started making videos, and I want you guys to know me more than just, oh, I'm May and I like fantasy and smut. I want you guys to maybe understand me on on another level, so I thought this would be a good video. And I've been wanting to do some long form content, longer form content for a while, and this just feels perfect. So buckle up, buckaroos, we're getting into it. Okay, so this is the reading aspect of the video, which I'm sure is why most of you are here. I'm going to be going over how many books I've read, how many pages I've read, what my progress with my 2025 is, what my favorite books have been so far, what books I'm looking forward to reading, my series tracker update. I'm sure that all of you are very wild to see. I know it's widely talked about that I am in the middle of a lot of series, so I'm excited to update you on how many series that I've read. And yeah, it's kind of be a general Moo year reading check-in that most people are doing. I'm just extra, so I'm gonna throw in all the other stuff. But in the moment of recording this, about 40 minutes ago, I finished my 100th book. Yep, you heard me. 100 book. Yep, I'm slaying it. 100 books already this year. I'm unstoppable. I read The Curse Carved in Bone, which is the second book in a series. It was amazing. I'm giving it 5 stars. You'll hear all about it in my wrap-up. And I just loved it. I can't even say how much I loved it yet because I'm still processing because it's been only 40 minutes since I read it. I thought the easiest place to start would be my progress in my 25 and 2025. I have my little graphic that I made. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. So as you can see, the little flowers over top of books, those are all the books I've completed so far. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. I have completed 15 out of 25. I only have 10 books to go. I have absolutely slayed the game. We are standing on business around here. And I'm so proud of myself because last year I did the 24 and 24 and I put it off so long that I was rushing to do it. I didn't finish the 24 and 2024 until December 30th because I forgot about it, and then I had to put it all into a bunch of TBRs I had to do to get caught up, and it was horrible and I hated how rushed I was. And this year I was like, oh, I'll just read 1 per month, and then the final month I'll read 2, and then I'll be perfect. And somehow I have just read the hell out of books on this list because a lot of them are new releases, which I did on purpose to make things easier for me. But I was like, oh, I might not get to those new releases right away, but I somehow have. Out of the 10 left, they're mostly new releases or the book series that I need to continue. So I'm aiming to get to them very soon. But 15 out of 25 in 6 months is kind of bonkers, and I am so proud and I'm so happy, and I can't wait to see if I'm able to get all the other 10 done. But I definitely should, because if I just did 2 a month from now on, I could easily get it done before December. So yeah, this is my little 25 and 2025 progress. I know some people think it's cheating to use new releases, but I don't care. Like, I'm gonna read the books no matter what, and I'm excited to read them. And it's however you want to do it. So this is how I did it. I switched screens. I'm sorry. This is my spreadsheet, my reading spreadsheet, which you guys have seen before. And I showed off my series tracker once upon a time, a few months ago. It looks different, doesn't it? Because I went through and I color coded it because it was driving me insane to like see a bunch of books and not know what they were. So I went through and I color coded them based off of certain things, and I will go over what colors they are. But going through the stats, I have read 116 off of this list, and I only have 76 left to read, so about 60% through the books that need to be read. I don't own a lot of them because I've been getting a lot of them from the library, so I'm not surprised that I only own 21%. And then it says, I don't actually understand the last two sections because it's like total series 53, but total completed is 12. But then it says total titles 193, but then series completed is 18. So I'm unsure if I've read 18 or if I've read 12, but I'm proud no matter what. Because I started off with like way over 50. And the fact that I've already completed 12, if even it is 12, that's really good. That means I've done 2 per month, if you think about it like that. And even though I still have quite a bit to go, I would have like, I think like around 30 left to go. But the thing is, not all of these are finished, so I can't actually finish all 30 whatever they are, which I'm about to go into because that's the callers. So I did have to go through and color code. I will say that this tab that says other, these are the books that I don't know what's happening with them. I don't know if there's another book coming. I don't know if the series is being completed. So I have it here, and it's not counted in what I'm about to talk about because I didn't know what was happening with it, and I didn't want to add it to my plate if I didn't need to. So, and the manga is happening when it happens. I like to own the manga before I start it, so the manga will happen as I buy the next volumes, so that's also not a priority. The priority was finishing the series that I can finish. Like, if they're already out, already completed, they're my very top priority. They're like my must-dos. So I have created a new idea of like a series tracker, which isn't new. Like, it's, people have done it, but I meant like new for me. And that's what the collars are for. So, going through the collars. Dark green means I've completed it. It's been wham-bammed, thank you, ma'amed, it's done. Don't gotta think about it again if I don't want to. No other books are coming out for it. It is donezo. Light green. This means that the series is incomplete and I cannot finish it all the way. So like Dark Olympus, it is in light green because there's 2 more books in the series, but not all of them are coming out this year, so that'll be a 2026 problem. I only wanted to focus on the ones that I could finish in 2025 because that's next year, May's problem. Maybe there'll be a video for it for then. And then, so that's what the light green means I can't finish it yet. And then the brown, this brown color, this means that it's a book that I'll be finishing very soon anyways because it's a new release. So this is like Thief of Night, that's a new release coming out, I think, in September. And then like Cemetery Books 2, that's coming out in September. And this means that no matter what, this series is going to get finished, whether I try or not, because it's going to be a new release. I always read my new releases that are on my list because I love new releases. They're so much fun. Pink. Pink means it's a fantasy series that I can complete. It's already done. It can be done. I can finish it myself, but that's... Fantasy was for pink, and I know what you're thinking, why wouldn't you made romance pink, but I don't know what I was thinking when I did this because I'm just silly goofy. And then these blues that you see, these are the romances that I need to finish, which I know, pink for love, but I'm too lazy to change it all. You see this, like it's a really light color. This means I'm not sure if I'm finishing the series because I don't care. It's the nicest way possible. The first book was good, but I haven't had any drive to finish it. The Tattletale, I believe, is out, and I just simply haven't really thought about the series. It doesn't go through my mind very often. So I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this, and if I do, it'll be a surprise to me and you. So that's what the collars mean. I don't think there's any other collars to go over. It should just be... Yeah, okay. So I color-coded these because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a month, and I'm going to read all the fantasy series that I'm in the middle of. All the way through. And then next month, I'm going to read all the romances that I'm in the middle of. And then another month I'll do like the non-romances, like mystery, thriller, whatever. And that way I'm taking it down. I'm tackling it. I'm making it my biatch. It's getting finished. And I am doing some other things before then. So like in August, I have Dice-a-thon. In July, I had PC Pick My TBR, but I'm also doing Scallywag-a-thon. September is Magical Readathon. And then in October, Friday's Pick My TBR. So more than likely, the fantasy will be in August, and the romance will be in November, and then December will be my catch-all month. Whatever I didn't get to, or like Christmassy books, December is going to be my cozy, whatever needs to happen kind of vibe. But this way, I see them, I know what that needs to be happened, because there's so many books on this list that when I would open it, I'd be like, is this even finished? Can I finish this? And I got tired of Googling things. So this way, I know. Like, I immediately open my sheet and I go, oh, this series can be completed. Or, oh, I already finished this. And I will say that I know that I have Fearless on this, I think. Powerless and such. And at the time of making this, like, of this sheet, do I have it on here? I do. So, it was a trilogy, and now they're adding a novella, but I don't actually care. I have it in light green to read the novella, but if I don't get to the novella, it's just gonna be like, whatever. Like, in my mind, I finished it. So, and I will say, And Now Back to You, like, back to my other section, And Now Back to You is coming up. But once again, I don't know if there's a third book after that, so I'm kind of just keeping that to the side. If I get to it, I get to it. So this is a breakdown / update on how this series tracker is going. My friend Allie makes these spreadsheets. She sells them on Etsy. Just give her a little promo. I will link her in the description of where you can buy her spreadsheets. I love them. I use them every year. They're my godsend. But this is my breakdown. So I have read 12 or 18. I really don't know how to interpret that. I also could just count. Hold on. I just counted. I have read 12. So 12 is really good. So that means 53 minus 12 means I'm in the middle of 40, but I can only finish like 19. So that means I'll be taking 22 into 2026 with me, but I can't help that. I can't make authors put books out faster than what they are. So I can only do what I can. So I'm hoping that by the time I do an end of the year check-in, that like 19 of these mother effers are completed. I'm hoping that this sheet will be more dark green by the end of December. Hold me to this, guys, please. I've learned something about myself. I have to make myself do things. Like, if I don't make myself do something, it's not gonna happen, and then I'm just gonna be, like, mad at myself. So I have to just make it be. That's why I'm gonna do this fantasy month, this romance month. That way, I'm literally being told, read the fantasy, read the romance, and that way I can get my goals completed. Not to be, like, aggressive, but... So this is the series tracker that I have going. Okay, I have read 100 books, like I said. I have read 35,000 pages. And I've read almost 8 hours of my audiobooks. And then I have, hopefully you can see this, yeah. I have read mostly emotional, mostly adventurous, and then some mystery, some dark, some tense, some funny, some lighthearted, and then it gets like even more sections. But it looks like my top sections is literally emotional and adventurous. I do mostly read like medium-paced books, and I have mostly read books between 300 and 499 pages. And then I've only read nonfiction, but I have read 64 romances, 54 fantasies, 48 young adults. I've read 33 LGBTQIA books already. I've read 16 contemporary, 14 dystopian, 8 horror, and then some of these are like, I mean, you can see the numbers, they're pretty low. And, oh my god, not the Shadow Daddy. The Shadow Daddy, I'm embarrassed that you can see this. I should cut this out, but I won't, because I gotta own it. And then, my most read author is the author of Shatter Me, which should be no surprise because I did a complete reread. And then this is the author of Fruits Basket. This is the author of Thorn, a series that I really, really liked. And yeah, my biggest reading month was April, which I had 28 books. And my current star rating is a 4.26. I've given 33 5-star books already, which I think is phenomenal because I'm a critic sometimes. Um and I think that I have given 3 DNFs. I think it's 3 for the year so far. Those are my Storygraph stats. And then what else was I gonna show you? Oh, the Shadow Daddy tag. In case you're curious as into what the heck the Shadow Daddy tag is, it is a tag that I put for any books that has a character that has shadow powers. I love a character with shadow powers. Like, if they can, like, manipulate shadows, they're hot. They're hot automatically to me. And so I have a tag for any book like that so that I can tell people about it, so that I can give Rex with shadow daddies in them. I'm not embarrassed. I'll own it. I'll own being a slut for shadow daddies. I think I need to do some upgrading because I don't think I've tagged a lot of books like that lately. And then challenges that I've done. I have done most of the Tiny Terror books. This is a book club that my friend runs. My friend Allie runs. And I skipped this book because I heard it was bad. And then I haven't read the one for this month, which is It Grows Heavy. But my friends also that it had fancy writing, so I'm going to give it a try, but I might not like it. But, you know, I'm not the biggest thriller / horror / scary fan. But I've really enjoyed that so far. And then challenges you've created was Mooing with Pride. I haven't participated with that yet. But yeah, so Mooing with Pride is a readathon that I created that I am almost finished with this month. It was through May through June. You will get the stats of that and it's out. It should be out. If you're interested into what I did, what my final numbers were, you can go watch my Mooing with Pride wrap up because it will be out before this one. So yeah, those are my stats for like what I'm doing so far. Oh, my favorite book so far. Probably let's go to my 5 stars. It's probably books that are in my 5 stars, to be honest. The Theft of Sunlight I really loved. It was so good. I read it for a vlog and it really wowed me. First Time Caller, phenomenal. I love anything that BK Borison does. She wows me all the time. A Dawn of Onyx, so good. It has a Shadow Daddy. It has a Shadow Daddy. You can see the Shadow Daddy tag in action. I'm so excited to read the other books in the series. I don't know why I haven't. I think I've been putting it off because I'm just like so afraid of it ending. Like I don't want it to be over. And then the Tea Dragon Society is a really cute novella about dragons that are like also like they grow tea off the top of their heads and they have like different tea dragons. It's so cute. I'd really recommend. And then Water Moon. Oh, Water Moon knocked my socks off. It was so good. I loved it. I loved it. It's like one of the best books I've ever read in my life. Would highly recommend Water Moon. I'm trying to go. Sunrise and the Reaping, I have talked about really loving. Fruits Basket is a really cute manga. A Bone in His Teeth. If you like darker books, A Bone in His Teeth was so good. It was like a lighthouse keeper and a merman romance, but there was also like murder and mystery in it, and it was so good. I would say those are my favorite books so far. Like, I've given 33 books 5-star, but I would think the ones I just listed are probably my favorite ones out of these so far. To end this little segment for books, I'm just going to go over the books that I'm excited for the rest of the year that I'm hoping to get to. The big one is I finally want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's so hard to get out. It's a mouthful. But all of my friends have been reading this and loving it. My friend Allie gives a whole spill about it. And I got the first 3 books for free because they were on NetGalley. I already have them downloaded to my Kindle. I just haven't had time. Those are on my priority list. Any way I can fit those in, I'm going to get to them. I'd really love to get to the second novella in the Tea Dragon Society. It was so cute. They're so much fun. They're so cozy. I really want to read the rest of Fruits Basket by the end of the year. And then new releases wise, I'm really excited for the next Emily McIntyre book. I'm not sure if it has a title yet, but I think it's Romeo and Juliet themed. And then I'm really excited for the ending, I think, of Accomplice to the Villain. I think it's the last book in that series. I don't know for sure. And then Learning Curves, which is a new book by my favorite author. And then I'm also excited for Sleeping of Blood. Like, all of my highly anticipated releases are all in September. September is either going to be a really great month or a really bad month. We're going to wait and see, I guess. And then Tender Cruelty is going to be coming out. And then I know, like, the novella for Fearless is coming out. Gosh. And this is a part of my TBR takedown, but I am so excited to get through all of Bridgerton. Bridgerton's been like my comfort series, and it's done me so well. I haven't hated any of the books, and I'm excited but also kind of dreading getting through the entire series, but it's happening this year. Best believe. I think this is it. I think this is like the book parts that I would want to talk about. Also, my back is hurting, so I am leaning, so I'm sorry for like the bad. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about books. I hope everyone's been having a really lovely reading month. I've been like really easy to please this year. Like, me giving, I looked it up, and last year I only gave 55 stars in the entire year. I've already gave 33 this year. So, like, if you think about it, if I'm lucky enough to double that, I could get 60 for the entire year, and that'd be amazing. I went into this year wanting to read more intently, which means different things to different people, but essentially, I just wanted to read for myself. I feel like in years past, I've gotten really bogged down by recommendations or, like, popular releases or what's being hip on TikTok, what's being hyped up on Instagram, and I feel like I got into, like, a headspace of just reading what was most talked about. And if I didn't have a friend that's read a book, I wouldn't read it. Or like if it had low reviews, I wouldn't read it. And I've broken myself out of that. I've read so many books that my friends have never heard of. Like, there's been a couple of times I've read a book where on Storygraph, it's like, no one you know has interacted with this book. And it's like the best feeling. It's like digging for treasure and getting to be like the first person to open it up and be like, and like, it's such a great feeling, and I've really loved it. And I was a little worried by reading more intently that I'd actually read less, but I've actually read more because I'm enjoying reading so much more. Like, reading has felt more like a hobby than ever. It's a passion. In the past, it started to feel like more of a job. And this year, I've just been loving it. I think this year I've done much better about picking what I read. Like, I've been picking books based off of what I think instead of what other people think. And yes, I've done challenges like letting Pussycat pick my books, or I've done like magical readathon and stuff like that. But still, at the essence of it, it's books that I have a good chance of liking instead of being books that are hyped up by other people. And I think that's done massive things for my reading habits. And I thought I'd only read like 50 books this year, and I've already read 100. So I'm like on track, like where I was last year, but I've gave more 5 stars than last year, and I've read bigger books than last year, so I simply think that I'm slaying it. I think that I'm having the best reading year that I've ever had, and I'm really excited to see what I accomplished and the rest of the year. I might be jinxing it right now. I might have a shit reading year the rest of this time because I'm like hyping it up so much. But I simply just, I'm so like in awe, like looking at my stats and being like, oh, I've read this much already? Like 35,000 pages already? Like, I know that I'm a fast reader, but I also game and I do streaming and I do content creation and I do my actual job. And the fact that I have still found time to read and enjoy reading, it's been a blessing. I've dabbled in new authors. I've dabbled in new genres that I've not been super familiar with. And I just feel like this is the year of me doing things for me and less so for other people. And I feel like you can really tell. I feel like you can really tell in my reviews and the recs I've been giving people. I feel like I'm able to retain books longer than I used to, because last year I'd read a book and forget it the next day. And be like, well, I read that, can't tell you what it's about. And this year I'm able to hold on to that information a bit longer because it's actually sticking with me. I'm not just reading for a number, I'm reading for myself. And that's why I don't plan on upping my goal. Like, it was 50 books, I'm leaving at 50. Because if I up it to like 200, then I'll get in this mindset of like, oh my god, I gotta read for this number. And I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like, I'm reading because I want to. So that's my mindset on reading this year, and maybe you guys have a similar mindset, but this is like, I wanted to talk about it because I have changed my reading habits quite a bit. I set a goal to read at least every day, and I've really maintained that, except a couple times. Like when I've been on vacation or like if I've had friends over. But if I'm at home, I've read every day. Typically 100 pages, sometimes 200 pages, and I just think I'm living it up reading wise, and I can't complain too much. So this is the reading aspect of it, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed getting a look into my story graph, a look into my spreadsheets, and I can't wait for you guys to see the book content that I'm coming out with. Okay, so one of my favorite games of the year has actually been Fields of Mistria, which is a cute little farming game. If you ever played Stardew Valley or like Coral Island, it's very similar to that. It is a pixeled game, but it's been like one of my favorite games. It's so cute. It's such a great game to just get into at the end of the day if like I needed a decompress or anything like that. And I thought it'd be fun to give you like a tour of my house and a tour of my farm and like introduce you to the animals that I have because I've named them silly little names. So, and then I will talk to you about like what the game is as we go through. So this is my bedroom, obviously. I'm essentially playing a game while making a YouTube video, but I'm not like playing. I'm just like going through it. So my favorite color is yellow, so I have this cute little yellow bedroom. I really love, this yellow rug. And then I only have 2 rooms. This is like my little cutesy green, like kitchen area, and it's really cute. And this is my dog. We love the dog. And this is my farm. So the thing about Fields of Mistria is that your farm like repopulates like the rocks and the wood and the grass every single day. So mine's not like the freshest because of the fact that it happens every single day, but this is like my little stone dragon monument section, and this is where I have all my little crappies, and I got all kinds of stuff growing. I'm in summer right now, so I have like watermelon and corn and I think this is tea leaves, and then yeah, and then I have like this little cute section with a campfire, and then this whole section over here is for my animals, so I just got them this little like beach ball set and for them to play on, and then I have 4 barns, and I actually own quite a bit of animals. And I feel like the best way to show you my animals is to actually go into like their little page. So I have this horse named Miss Mare. I have my dog who is named Matilda, and then I have a horse named Apple that has a little cowboy hat. I have this horse named Baguette who has like a little unicorn horn, and then I have a sheep named BB. I have this is my her name is Breezy and she's got a little scarf, and then I have another sheep that's a male named Chappie, and he's got a little birthday hat. And this is another sheep that I have named Ellie. Do I have multiple sheeps? Oh, I do. This is my new baby sheep. That's why. And then I have another one whose named Stormy with a scarf. Aren't they so cute? And then in my other coop, I have a rabbit named Boo. And then I have 2 capybaras. One is named Cake. One is named Cinnamon. And then I have a duck named Coconut with little bonnet. And this is my new duck that I just had, and we named him Grape. Named her Grape, sorry. And then I have a rabbit named Misha. And then I have another duck named Pudding. And then my cows, which I named Barry, has a little cowboy hat. Micah, Milo. And then my chickens are Loaf, Pepper, Toast. I give them all really stupid names. Like on purpose. It's for shits and giggles. I just love giving them silly ass names. So this game is like a very typical like farming simulation. You grow your crops, you go mining, you do like favors for the town folk, and very similar, but it's like one of my favorite games. I've really enjoyed playing it. And it's in beta, so it's not like a fully released game, but I would really recommend it. It's like maybe $25, but I love it. And there is romance in the game. And I will show you who I am currently thinking about romancing. Everyone loves Baylor, and don't get me wrong, Baylor is on like the top of my list for romancing, but my favorite 2 people is the Juniper. She runs the bathhouse. She is so hot. She's giving mommy energy. And then for male, I really love Reese. He's a carpenter. He's beautiful. Those are my two people that I would want to romance out of all of them. But I also have the most hearts with Baylor. So I really might end up being with Baylor. We'll see. You never know. We'll see where the wind takes us. But yeah, that's pretty much Fields of Mistria. And I hope maybe one of you will end up trying it, and then I'm gonna go over my Sims playthrough, which will take way more time. This is like a simple little run through of like what my house currently is and all my little animals and my farm and who I might romance. And the Sims I'm actually gonna talk about in more detail because I just finished my generation 1 of a challenge. So I am currently doing a Sims and Bloom Legacy challenge on my Twitch streams. And Generation 1 was a daisy, and you had to be a gardener, and you had to, like, marry someone with an outdoorsy trait, and you had to do a bunch of, like, gardening stuff. I literally just finished yesterday. At the time of making this, I just finished Gen 1, and I'm getting ready to start Gen 2, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to give you guys a little view into what I just did and what I'm gonna be doing on stream in the future with Gen 2. So let me just introduce you to my family. This is my main sim. Her name is Sunny. Our home family is called Honeysuckle, and her name is Sunny. Her favorite colors are yellow. Like I said, she's a gardener. This is her wife, Scarlett. I don't know why she's looking like that and won't, like, you know, hold on. Oh, where the hell did she just go? Oh, there she is. Awkward. So anyways, that's Scarlett. That's our wife. Very similar people. They both gardeners. She also like fishes for a job. And then this is our second gen. Her name is Basil, and they're very lovely. They use she they pronouns. Sexuality we're not sure about because they're not actually going to be romancing anyone, so I think she's going to be aromantic and asexual. But yeah, her name is Basil. And then this is my vampire son that I had. His name is Sage. And then we currently have 2 cats. Oh, I need to go over to the cats. This is Mango, and this is our newest cat. We named him King. So cute. So let me give you a little bit of a house tour. This is the main bathroom. This is the main bedroom. All very yellowish because their favorite colors were meant to be yellow. And then you go into like our living room area. And then I'm just making sure. Then this is the kitchen. My cat really loves to get on the counter. I'm trying to break that habit, but this is the kitchen. Very cute. Got like a coffee, and then this is like the front of the house, and then this is the Gen 2 bedroom that came with the. I didn't build this house. I got these off of the library or whatever it's called, and this is the Gen 2 room that came with because she's really into like tech and programming. And then I actually built this room because I ran out of space for all of my people. So this is my emo vampire son's room. If you could not tell, he's got some spider webs, a bookshelf, a desk because he's a streamer. And then, you know, this is my bathroom. Everything's a mess because everything is just simply always a mess in this house. So this is our little house, and then you come out and lots of flowers everywhere. We have our bees, and then we have some flowers out here. It is winter time, but we have our cow plant named Mulia, and then we have our greenhouse in here. And I'm currently growing the death flower, but it's not completely ready yet. But we have some more bees in here to, like, you know, fertilize everything. But this is what it looks like when from like an outside view, and then this is what it looks like when you have like the full view of everything. Isn't it so cutesy? I really enjoyed this house, and I really appreciate the people that made this because it's been perfect. Other than me having to add a room, it's literally been perfect for this generation. Some things that happened in Gen 1 to note, like the highlights of Gen 1, is that the very first day of me playing, the Grim Reaper wanted me to work for him. I said no, so he started stalking me. I then got scared for my life, and then I started dating this female vampire, hoping that she would protect me. We fell in love. The Grim Reaper stopped coming around. But we then had a science baby together, which is the vampire son that we had. And I ended up falling out of love with her because we were not very, like, we weren't very compatible. Like, we just wanted, our looks pretty much is what we were going off of. So I wanted to break up with her So I tried to break up with her, like friendly wise, and she still got really mad at me and she tried to kill me. So I immediately moved her out of our home, and I kept the son. I don't know why. I did. I've been raising him. He has nothing to do with the legacy challenge at all. I've just been raising him anyways for fun. And then our very first cat that we got, it immediately ran away. Like it came into our house and immediately left. We have never seen it again. I hope it was a black cat named Asparagus, and I'm hoping one day maybe I see it in the park. I don't know. It might have already passed away by now because we've like lived so long in this playthrough already. Um, and then my vampire son is trying to get used to having to like suck out of blood from people, and he accidentally already killed someone. So when the Grim Reaper came over, I did try to seduce the Grim Reaper, but I failed because the Grim Reaper was like, I have standards, which is crazy for Death to say. Imagine being Death and having more standards than my sim. But, you know, we have a wife now. We slowly got there, but we moved very fast. We went on one date. She wanted to move in. We got married like 2 days later. We haven't had any kids together, but we are very happy with our little bonded, blended family. And I'm actually about to be leaving them all behind because I'm about to go to Gen 2. So the only people that I'm bringing with me is Basil. Like, this is my little show off of my current family and kind of a goodbye because I'm not going to be playing them ever again. Like, they're going to still be alive. They'll be able to visit my Gen 2, but they won't be in the playthrough really much more. So this is the last little glimpse of my house, and it's been really fun. I really enjoyed the challenge. The simple lot living was really difficult in a way because it was like you had to grow all your own food, and yeah, but this is it. And then I actually already have the Gen 2 house. I just haven't moved into it yet. And I'm going to show you guys because I got it from the library or whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's actually called, but it's like that place where people can like put up designs. So I'm just gonna take you into it. So let me just take you into our soon-to-be new home. Gen 2 is Buttercup, so she has to love green and yellow, and she has to be a veterinarian and have cats and never marry. So this is gonna be our new home. Very cutesy. Let me just show you. This is it from the outside. Small little house. Got a little outdoorsy area. And out back we have like a swing set and a little bit of a playground. And then in the inside we have, it is a 2-story. Oh god. Oh god, I'm like cooking things. Okay, because I'm in build mode. So as soon as you, oh my god, as soon as you walk in, it's going to be like the little bathroom, and then this is the kitchen, and this is the dining room. I love this rug. It's very fun. I keep picking it up though. And this is for the cats. Another little bathroom because there isn't one upstairs. So like they'll both be using bathrooms down here. And this is a green little living room. Love this couch. So cutesy. Oh, and then this is the Gen 2 room. It comes pre-set up. They're supposed to love pink and purple. So when I have a kid, they will stay in here. I'm really excited. I think they have to like play the violin and all of that, maybe knit and all this. So then we go upstairs, which is where my sim will live. So this is my Gen 2 sim. This is where Basil will live. Very cute. I love this bedroom. And then it's just like a little office area. Because she's like Basil's like really into programming, really into video games. So that's kind of what this room is serving for, is so that they can like have a space for them to play video games after they get home from the vet clinic. And then I also got the vet clinic off of the gallery. That's what it's called. I also got the vet clinic already set up, and I'll take you guys there now. But yeah, this is going to be where I'm going to be playing from now on for the time being. And it's really cute. I am so thankful for people that design these because I actually hate designing houses. I'm only really interested in gameplay, so if I have to build a house, I'm just like not really into it. So let me go ahead and save and go to the clinic real fast. But yeah, so essentially I've just been doing the Sims and Blue Legacy Challenge. Like every legacy, like every generation is based off of flowers. I think there's like 12 in total. build, but it's really fun. Like there's these things you have to do for each one, and like for example, I could probably show you, but it's like Buttercup, they can't ever marry. They have to have a science baby or adopt. They have to be a vet. They have to enter a video game tournament once a week. They have to be really into programming. And I've pretty much already maxed out Basil's programming and video game skills. All Basil has to worry about is being a vet and having a baby at some point. And that's what I did the last thing I did on stream yesterday was I got my vet. So let me give you a little tour of the vet. So this is like the little area where they'll be waiting, and this is the bathroom. And then obviously this is where they check in. Isn't it so cutesy? And then obviously this is like, oh, sorry. This is like rooms where we'll see the animals. It's all gonna be very cute. I've never played as a vet before, but this is what it looks like from the outside. I haven't even opened it yet. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I don't know what I'm gonna, I'm thinking about doing like an outside, like dog park kind of vibe on the sides. But yeah, this is my Sims. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna just take you back to, this page while I keep talking. But these are the two main games that I really play, anytime that I have free time. But I have recently got really into playing co-op games with my friends. We cycle through Repo, which is a bit of a scary game, but not really. It's just really funny. You're pretty much trying to collect valuables in these places, but there's these monsters that are gonna be able to eat you, and you have to collect as many of the valuables as you can without dying, pretty much. And there's been a new game that just came out called Peak, which is where you try to climb a mountain with your friends. It is so much fun, but kind of difficult. And then some other games that I kind of play is like Infinity Nikki and like Lost Ark and Party Animals. But these are like built in Mistria and Sims. I would definitely say are my two favorite games of this year so far. So this is like the gaming side of everything. I thought it'd be really cool to just give you a look into what I do gaming wise. And I'm a very cozy player, but I also love chaos. So I love when things happen to my Sims. Like I have a non-stream playthrough where my Sims has already wrecked like 2 marriages, and I just started it like a week ago. Like it's like a rags to riches challenges, like based off of vegetables, and she got a sugar daddy and homework 2 marriages like within the first day. So I love that kind of chaos of just like being cozy, but like having like things happen completely out of your control. I love it. Sims has been a game I've played for a really, really long time. I've been playing The Sims since I was probably like 10 years old. It's the game I've most kept up with, and now that I have my own PC, I play it even more, and I've been playing it with mods, which has brought even more fun to it. And yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed like getting this aspect of my life. And I did, if you skip this part, it's fine. It's not like the most groundbreaking part of myself, like most people that I have on BookTube care about reading. But if you're like wanting to know more about me, then I hope this has given you some new information about myself. And this is the final segment of life. I wanted to mostly make this to go over my vision board, my progress of my vision board, my intentions for the rest of the year, anything that I've been loving doing this year. I wanted to share it with you guys. I just wanted to kind of give you like an insight into my life outside of like what I've been giving you on YouTube that's book related. So I'm going to bring up my vision board that I made in December of last year. So this is my vision board that I made, and I'm going to walk you through it and the progress that I've had with it. So obviously, top left picture is reading. I just wanted to read more intently, and I think I have. Truly, I think I have done so well at this. Second picture is crocheting. I have sadly not gotten back into crocheting. I really wanted to. It was a hobby that I picked up last year. Thought I was horrible at it and just haven't tried again, but I really, really want to. I still own some of the stuff. And then the third picture on the top right is my favorite female artist, Ash, and I wanted to see her in concert, and I did. I saw her about 3 weeks ago in Chicago. She was phenomenal. I cried. She was mother. And I wanted to go to more concerts this year, but sadly it's not been the books for me. Like, she was the only concert I've gone to this year, and I think she's the only one I will be going to. It's been a bad year for concerts for me because gas is expensive, and the price for everything is expensive this year. And then in the middle segment, that's a picture of me and my friends. Simply wanted to see more of each other this year because we were a long distance friends group. One of my friends lives in Chicago, and then I have a friend that's like this part of Ohio, and then this part of Ohio, and then it's me like all the way down here in this part of Ohio, and it's like we're hours apart, so we don't get to see each other very often, and I want to see each other more. We've kind of failed and seceded because we haven't seen each other as a group because of life reasons, but I have seen them more individually than I have in the past. Like, I just went to Chicago and saw a couple of my friends when I was there, and we do have plans to see each other. So I do feel like we have not seen each other as a group, but I have seen more of my friends overall. And I feel like we've been closer as friends because, like, we've been gaming together and we've been reading together, and I feel like we've had, like, a very top-notch friendship this year, even though we're all long distance. And then the picture on the right is like a silhouette picture of a couple. I got it off of Pinterest. It's not me and my boyfriend. But I essentially wanted to fall more in love with my partner. Because I feel like sometimes we live parallel lives instead of perpendicular. And I essentially just wanted to spend more time with him, strengthen our bond. And I feel like I have. I feel like we've gotten very good with meeting each other where we are. Like, even though I stream and I make content and I work full time, we're still making time for each other, and we're learning each other's hobbies and supporting each other when we need it. And I feel like I truly do love my partner, and I feel like I'm greatly succeeding at that vision board aspect. And then it takes a turn because the bottom I have not done at all. So the bottom's a picture of a house. I don't have a house because I actually signed a lease for my apartment for longer right after I made this, actually. So my intention was to save up for a house and then move this year, but that won't be happening. And then the second picture was mountains. I really want to go to the mountains this year, and I have not, but I might. I do live by some mountains, like maybe 3 hours away, so there might be a chance to see mountains. And then the last picture is a picture of LA. LA is one of my top places I've always wanted to visit, and I haven't had the chance to, but I probably won't, because once again, the price of everything is horrific. Everything is horrific. It's quite insane. So I don't know how much traveling I'm gonna really be doing. So my vision board is not off to a success, honestly. I'm not meeting most of these things, but I think there's beauty in that. I think life takes us in different journeys than we realized, and even though we can make plans and hopes and dreams, we truly have no idea what's in store for us. And I think that's kind of beautiful. And I'm kind of just riding the wave of life. I'm sailing on the business, if you will. So this is like the vision board updates. And then for things that I've been loving, one of the things I've been loving is finding new ways for me to stay productive. And I actually have 3. 2 of them I won't go into too much because they're about mental health things. But the big one is I've started using Spirit City Lo-Fi. And I could have put this under games, but I didn't want to because it's not like a typical game. It's just like a game to be productive. Let me turn this vision board off. But it's a game to be productive, pretty much. You have a task list, you have a timer, but you also have like these spirits that like do the task alongside you, and it's really cute, and it's made me way more productive. I've gotten way more done this year, so it's greatly helped with my productivity. And then I've done something called the lights on, lights off cleaning theory, which is where you turn all the lights on in your apartment before you start cleaning, and then as you clean a room, you turn the light off. That way, if you get distracted or you leave the room, if you come back and you see the light is off, you know that it has been cleaned. Light is on, you know it needs to be cleaned. And it's helped so much because I really do just walk away sometimes. Like, I'll forget that I'm doing a task and I will walk away for like hours maybe. And it's a good way to be like, oh, okay, the light is off. I've done that room. I don't need to go back in there and do it again. And then the last one is the maybe theory, because I do have OCD and it does give me like decision anxiety. So something that I've been trying is just saying maybe. Like, maybe something bad's gonna happen, but maybe something good's gonna happen. And it helps ease the anxiety of making decisions on myself. And like life, but also like everywhere. Like, I get decision anxiety about picking books out. I don't know why I'm like this. Truly. But just saying maybe, like maybe I'll hate this book. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe my dryer will explode, but maybe it won't. Like, maybe it will rain today, but maybe it won't. And that just lets me, do the task with less anxiety. And I don't want to go too much into that because I don't want to talk too much about mental health problems and like lower the mood. But I do feel like my mental health is better this year. And I do have to say that I love vitamins. Getting on a vitamin has changed my life. I would describe being not on vitamins as being on E without having to be. I am super low vitamin and I also have anemia and I haven't been on a medicine until this year. And it's kind of funny to joke like, "Oh, I'm on 8 medicines now." And last year I was only on 1, but those 8 medicines have changed my life. I like practically jump out of bed most mornings because of these medicines. Like having an iron supplement that gives me more energy, who would have thought? So I've been really loving vitamins. I've also been really loving like doing natural things. Like I use a natural deodorant. I use natural soaps and just getting more connected with nature and like natural ingredients has really made me feel like a better person. Has also made my body feel better. And then like getting away from like that kind of stuff, I've also really loved walking. I've really loved YouTube. I've become a YouTube kid pretty much. I used to never be. I used to laugh at people that did YouTube. I'm like, why are you watching that when there's like shows on like Netflix? And now I get it because I don't even watch a streaming service unless I'm with my boyfriend. If it's just me and I'm eating dinner, I'm putting up Good Mythical Morning. I watch the hell out of YouTube now. Like I have used YouTube more this year than I have in like maybe 10 years. I love it. I love Good Mythical Morning. I love Basement Yard. I love podcasts, stuff like that. I'm like loving it. Um, so that's me. That's the life things that I've been getting into. And something else that I think has been a change is that I have really loved talking to people online. I'm not like the most social person, but I started playing co-op games this year, like I mentioned kind of in the gaming section. But I've really loved like developing a community and like getting over some of that social anxiety. And I wish I had tips, but I just dive into it, raw dogging it, and hope for the best. So that's like the life aspect. Pretty much, I've been riding the wave of 2025, and I can't complain too much because even though it's been tough in some aspects, I feel like I'm the best version of myself right now. I truly feel like I'm the best May that I have been. Um, May, me, however you want to, my name is May, but it sounds like me. But yeah, this is like the life stuff, and I'm really excited to keep up with you guys about the life stuff that I've been doing. I went to Chicago. Chicago was amazing. I've talked about a bunch. It was so much fun. I love traveling. But I also love hosting events, so I'm gonna be hosting a Friendsgiving again this year, and I'll be bringing you guys along with me. I love cooking. I love baking. It's so good. I also really got into paint by numbers this year. I haven't finished one yet, but I have enjoyed doing them. And yeah, I don't think I can really say anything else about life. I've honestly been kind of blessed. Life's not been too rough. And yeah, that's it. That's the life stuff. That's this video. It's probably the longest video that I've done in quite some time, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Enjoy it? Am I going through puberty? I actually have been talking for like almost an hour with no drink, so that's probably why my voice is like, ginkle, ginkle. Anyways, this is the video. I hope you've enjoyed just sitting and kind of catching up with me. Hope that you've been having a good month so far, and if you haven't, then there's still time to turn it around. There's still time to have a good 2025, and if you need a reset, this is the perfect time to do it. It's summertime. It's the perfect time to like make a new plan. And I hope that this video is just like a little like it feels like kind of like a FaceTime, like it feels like catching up with an old friend. That's kind of the vibe that I wanted for this video. So I really appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you guys next week for some typical booktube content. That's all for me now. That's all. Bye, friends, and happy. What day of the week is it? It's the end of Pride. It's the end of Pride. I'm so sad because I've had a really good Pride. Anyways, I need to start rambling. Okay, hold on. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, I don't know for an emoji to comment. Maybe comment a yellow emoji because it's my favorite color. Any yellow emoji that you would desire. And then if you have liked this, let me know what your favorite book has been or what games you've been loving or anything that you've loved about 2025. Feel free to share with me in the comments. I do read and respond to them. And like and subscribe and all the typical business. And you can find me on Twitch. I stream Tuesday and Wednesdays and Saturdays. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I do co-working. On Saturdays, I do variety games. We have lots of fun over there. We got some cool things happening. And I can't wait for you guys to see what I have in store. It's a lot of fun things. That's all I'm going to say now. Bye. Thank you, friends. Bye bye, friends. Have a good life, friends. Have a good life. May, it's going to be like a week. Have a good week, friends. I'm going to go get myself taken care of, like bed and ice cream or something. Bye.